What's up, everybody? My name is Patrick Onoche. This is Engineering Cannabis. I'm your cannabis engineer, your informational weed man. So, what's today's topic? Today's topic is gonna be cybersecurity, data analytics, data science, and blockchain. And it's gonna be in reference to the cannabis industry. And this is basically tech. Basically how tech is going to be basically influence the cannabis industry in a huge way. And in the next video, which I'll probably do today or tomorrow, we'll delve into the other side of tech, but we'll deal with the other side of tech, and these are plumbers, HVAC repair, appliance repair. All these has retained into the cannabis industry, and believe me, those industries not only are basically service based, but also they are tech based, because each time, especially with the appliances, especially the HVAC systems, these are now becoming more and more technically inclined. Even with the plumbing, it's still more and more technically inclined. So the more you still need to have that basic knowledge on how to basically repair, even electricians and all that. You still don't have to have basic knowledge, but right now it's still evolving into a more technical aspect too. So you also have to be able to keep up in that side. So I'll talk about those sides tomorrow or later today. But today we're going to talk of cybersecurity, data science, which I'm more preferential to, and blockchain. And what I'll talk about is what kind of skills you need, or what kind of certification, or if you don't know how the business of it is going to basically look into. And how is that going to be connected into the cannabis space? And how profitable those businesses or those expertise are going to be, especially as it comes in terms of the cannabis space. So let's start with the cybersecurity. With the ever coming up, with the ever knowledgeable aspects of privacy and security. And with every time I basically turn on the TV or look up on the news article, there's always a company basically stating they've been hacked, from Equifax to Bank of America to different kind of organizations that have always basically stated that they've been hacked, and some of their clientele's personal information has been hacked. And with that, there's an ever-growing need of cybersecurity, of security itself. And now in the cannabis space, it's going to be a huge deal, especially now you're dealing with individuals who might not want their information to know that they partake in cannabis, or they don't want the information known at all about cannabis history and all that. So the goal is now, how do we protect those personal information, especially with the ever growing technology in terms of data, in terms of computer and all that. How do we protect these information and this critical information? And especially with the healthcare too. Healthcare is going to be huge in terms of cybersecurity. So with that, we need knowledge in cybersecurity. So we need people who have advanced knowledge in how to protect networks, how to protect critical databases. So these individuals will be in high demand, especially in the cannabis space. And with big industries and even small businesses coming into this space, those informations and these businesses not only want their personnel and their clientele files secure, they also want that also, with that, they don't want to also lead into litigations or even lawsuits. So these are important aspects of the business. So what kind of skills do you need, especially in cybersecurity? And knowing that I'm not a cybersecurity expert, or I have little knowledge of cybersecurity, but I'm trying to learn a bit about cybersecurity because I'm trying to do research on machine learning and cybersecurity, basically how to automate security defenses from different malware or anything. But I'm just doing that research. But the goal is to how do I, as a cybersecurity expert, basically come into the industry and basically set up, well, what I always say, set up a agency, or that should be one thing you should be looking into as a cybersecurity expert. Basically, because right now, as companies, especially even with especially dispensaries, where these are medical records that needs to be secured, a cybersecurity expert can come in and say, hey, I'm here to help you secure your network. I think your network is basically easily accessible to different kind of malicious software or anything. How can I help you to secure your network itself? And these are big businesses itself, basically helping cybersecurity and cybersecurity attacks. So from even, especially with now that track and trace, especially with that last video with 400 suspended licenses, track and trace systems are still accessible to cybersecurity attack. If you can disrupt, just look at it, you can disrupt a whole industry by just hacking into the track and trace system and disrupting it, changing everything in there. And that system needs to be secured at always, because that system, if it goes down, that's a problem for the state, because they don't know what kind of cannabis in there, the amount of cannabis it's in the state itself, and with that also leads to illicit sales. So the track and trace system is susceptible to attacks itself, so they need to be secured by cybersecurity experts, and that's a big business itself, and not only for dispensaries, but for different, since each cannabis business, it doesn't matter if it's a dispensary or a manufacturer, or extraction, or every cannabis business has to have a track and trace system, and with that, they'll need some cybersecurity experts to basically secure that database itself. And that's a huge profitable business itself, and that's one. So cybersecurity is a big aspect of the business itself. So that's one. The next part is data analytics, data science, data itself. And I believe right now, based on this channel, I've told you how powerful data analytics and data is. Not only do we need protection of it, but how to utilize it. That's an aspect that's going to be utilized in there. From market researchers from marketing to business analysis to predictive analysis, data is going to be a big business in the cannabis space. How can I utilize that data to make decisions for my cannabis business, or how to use it in the health of my customers, in predicting what's going to be good for my customers, since it's by showing his past data usage of cannabis itself. For customer use, for health use, to even drive the industry, data is going to be a huge industry, especially in the cannabis space. From predictive analysis, again, to solving problems, like the ones with regulations. There are numerous ways using data analytics you can solve problems, from regulations to using data analytics to solve problems with marketing, the profitability, even potency dosages. There's a lot of problems and a lot of opportunities, especially with data science, data analytics, machine learning, AI, deep learning, and all that, especially in in the use in the cannabis industry. So if you can basically use all that data itself and utilize everything, you can basically it's going to be a big profitable business, especially with data, utilizing data from companies knowing how the extraction process to big cultivation farms to logistics to security, being a security analyst or from security analyst, basically utilizing data to basically solve big security problems, which I've stated in this channel, to different areas where data is going to be a huge aspect to solve lots and lots of problems. So data is going to be a huge aspect in the cannabis industry. And the more data we have about problems, the more solutions you can get from it. So data is going to be a huge aspect, and collecting and cleaning the data and analyzing it and using predictive solutions to it. So big data is going to be a huge profitable market. It's profitable now, but once the cannabis industry starts rolling in, especially with the federal regulations, data is going to be a huge way. Metrics, quantifying everything. I always told you everything and anything is quantifiable. So the goal is to basically use data as a means to tell stories, as a means to solve problems. So data is going to be a huge part of it. So we've done cybersecurity, we've gone big data, data analytics, data science. Now the next one is Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, blockchain. Blockchain is a new technology. I'm still trying to grasp the aspects of blockchain, but based on this application on decentralizing systems, blockchain has a huge application not only in security, but also I've seen the application. I'm looking at it as an application into regulations too, and looking at different aspects of blockchain, because blockchain is a new technology, it's still being rolled out, but the application is endless, and especially in the cannabis space, with health records, securing health records, with blockchain used in regulations and blockchain used in currency. It's going to be a huge player, and especially in the cannabis space. So as time goes on, individuals who have knowledge of blockchain, machine learning, AI, cybersecurity, can basically access solutions, unique solutions to unique problems, especially in the cannabis space. And that's what I'd look into, unique solutions for unique problems, using technology and tech, such as, again, machine learning, deep learning, cybersecurity, and blockchain. And I know my expertise is in machine learning and data analytics, but I'm still trying to coincide that with cybersecurity and blockchain, trying to learn from each one and apply it into solutions and problems in the cannabis space. And that's what you do. You take those knowledge-based skills you have and apply it to the industry problems in there and come up with creative solutions. And that's what it is, using those three sets of skills: some cybersecurity, blockchain, machine learning, AI, and deep learning, and apply it into solving unique problems and developing unique solutions for the cannabis space. And the skills you need are there. You can gain any kind of skills from certifications, even with cloud technology, from AWS certs and learning the AWS cloud technology system, to learning AI, deep learning, machine learning, utilizing numerous books, which I do have some of the books here. A lot of the books from natural programming languages to learning how machine learning algorithms to learning cybersecurity, getting your CompTIA certificate or CCNA. I'm looking into trying to get some knowledge about that. And also I'm researching machine learning and the aspects of cybersecurity in terms of the cannabis space. So there's a vast array of problems and a vast array of solutions to get. And that's what you should be looking at, tech and all that. So again, this is your cannabis engineer, your informational weed man, and I will see you soon, and we'll be talking about the trade skills and the application of tech and trade skills in the cannabis space. Okay, I'll see you. Peace.